Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa. I sound a bit out of puff. I've just got back from a lovely cycle ride. So yes, puffed. But I'm here because I wanted to get on and film today's video for this week. So I'm here to tell you all about it. I'm literally going to show you some of the treasure that I've been finding recently that's all sewing related and is really inspiring me. And I hope you'll just revel in the joy and beauty of it all too, because that's what we're all about here. Vintage inspired sewing and sharing the delights. So see you back here in a moment. It's been a few lovely days. I did tell you in my last video what the weekend's plans were. So I had some lovely time going out with friends and my mum and teaching. And then on the Sunday we went to the marvellous little Vintage Love Affair. Bumped into lots of people I know, lovely friend, and then we went back to friends for cake afterwards. And my dear friend, she was so worried because there weren't so many vintage fabric sellers there on Sunday. She was really worried I wouldn't find any cloth, so she already had got some to give to me. Bless her heart. She's even said I said how tragic is this, or sad this is, because I was having a dream that you didn't find any fabric. So bless her heart. Yeah, she got me some fabric. Well, gave me some from her stash. So it's this lovely cotton. Just look at that. Isn't that just utter delight? Just gorgeous. So kind of her, enough to make a shirt dress or a little dress from. It's the most beautiful cotton. She gave me another piece of fabric as well. I've got that too on the side. So yeah, oh god, I'll just go back a gear. I think I'm all a bit flustered. It's just such a glorious day here. We've been really lucky with the weather the last couple of weeks in England. Or the bit of England I'm in. I don't know if all of England's having lovely weather. And my daughter, who's back from uni, she's decided to stop uni at the moment, so for a few years. So she's back home now and working, so I had to take her to work a bit earlier than normal, about 12:30 rather than 2:30. So she's got to work till 10:30 tonight, poor thing, for the next 4 days. But she loves it and all the money. So I took her in earlier and I thought, I need just some basics. But obviously I bought more than basics. I just need some rickrack and a zip and some interfacing. So I'm going to cycle up the river into the city and get what I want. And it's the most lovely cycle ride along old railway tracks, following the river into the old part of the city. We've got a beautiful historic city, and followed it in, popped in the charity shop first, and then when I got my bits. And my younger daughter, who is at university here in Norwich, so she doesn't live at home, but she's at university here. She'd just gone to have her first ever tattoo, and she phoned me saying how pleased she was, and I said, where are you? And we weren't far from each other. So she came down and met me because she'd got half an hour spare. We went and had a lovely drink in an old merchant house in the courtyard there, which was so lovely. And then we walked over the river, over a lovely curved Georgian bridge, past the art college, was the arts uni, up to another vintage shop. She wanted to get an old Vogue for one of her writing projects because she's doing film and literature. So one of her essays she needed that for, and I found some more delights. I had the Vintage Fair on Sunday and I found some more delights today, totally unexpected. So I want to show you those because I'm just buzzing. So today's planned video is ad hoc. It's just me showing you my delights. So I think I'll go on to the vintage fabrics in a moment. I'll tell you what I'm wearing because we're cracking out the sun clothes now. So this is a Rita blouse, so charm pattern skirty Rita blouse that I'd thought about last year, and I thought, the sleeves are literally just set in here and the sleeve makes the shoulder. So leave those off and I can make some straps and make it into a sundress. And then I've added 50 stars bows to here, and I'll just stand up. Oh, squeaky chair. Maybe if I stand back a bit, and you see I put piping around the midriff. So absolutely thrilled with this. And I saw Evelyn Wood did a video about only we notice the errors. Can you see my waistline's here? so it comes up too far. And that's the hard thing with fitting for yourself, you know, around the back. That's why I tend to do side zips, but there's certain things you can't do on yourself. In my classes, I can make it all perfect on the back for ladies, but not on me always. But I just absolutely love this dress. So I've got on a red arrow heart brooch that I made, my red salt water sandals. And as I came into the old part of the city and I went to park my bike, there was a lady there, she was just taking her bike. So I said, oh, can I have that space, you know, to lock my bike up? And in true English style, it was just so sweet of her, but she said, oh, my darling, you look utterly splendid. I'll take that. Utterly splendid is rather lovely, isn't it? And it's just so nice how people always want to comment on what you're wearing. And I think sewing your own clothes seems to attract more attention. Not that they know you've sewn them. We went into another flea market and we were looking around the bookstore bit, again looking for the vintage Vogue, and a lovely book dealer came over and she wanted to show me all the old magazines, and I'll click up one because she said, I mean, it's you know, I can't remember what the French phrase is, but, you know, it's the war edition. It was the First World War, I think it was 1916, and she said, only in France, look how modern these fashions are. And she was showing me the old magazines because we got talking about sewing and blah blah blah. So yeah, it's been a really unexpected lovely day where I thought I was just going to have a quick cycle ride in, get my supplies and come back. And yeah, I bumped into Millie. I've found some treasures, had a lovely drink with her. We saw a nearly bald cat, so he looked like a lion, big furry, big black head, bald body, but puffs on his ankles and his tail. We're really hoping he had a skin condition and they've shaved him. It's not some idiot who thought for fashion, but he was really lovely and friendly. We went to see him over by the riverbank. Anyway, I'm waffling on, aren't I? And I know I'm supposed to say I'm not waffling because it's all interesting chat really, but I get like this when I'm excited. I'm just so I think I'm going to hold up some of my lovely things, and then some of the things I just want to show you, because when I say the lady was showing me vintage magazines, I found this. It's 1941 Woman magazine. Look at that beautiful lady on the front. So I want to show you through this because it's just a delight. You know, the letters pages from the war. I think one of the letters is about how their shelter playing cards have got a bit stained and they want some help with the staining on them. So only wartime problems. So yeah, just so lovely. Now in my first charity shop today, I can't remember if I got this Ladybird book. I'll take a photo of my bookshelf that I've got upstairs. It's got mainly Enid Blyton and Ladybird books. This one's Learn About Sewing. I saw it in the window and I just absolutely love them, making comb cases and whatnot. Ladybird books just make me so happy, and they're great reference material making a jewellery pack. And they're just so delightful. So I got those, and I just got these little postcards that someone's turned into notebooks. So I just got 3 of those because I'm always trying to find something to write my little lists on. So I got those. They're really cheap. So I got that lovely magazine. And yeah, I need to sort of show you some of the things from Sunday as well, don't I? Gosh, I'm zipping. Let's go back to some of the things from the Vintage Fair on Sunday. I did put some photos on my Instagram feed, so I'll flick a photo up. because I found some amazing Stitchcraft magazines, smocking magazines, a vintage pattern, which is very like the dress that I was actually making, which actually is underneath this one, because I just put this one over top just to get it to drape, which I'm working on at the moment. So the dress that I will show you a picture of, the green Rita dress with the tiered skirt, is very like the pattern I found on Sunday. I found this glorious cloth, and I don't think it's vintage at all, it's like a linen mix, but the black print on that, I just thought it was just delightful, and I want to make some sort of wintry blouse, and I think that with really bright colours, you know, the hot pink or apple green, bright blues, reds, maybe black skirt or trousers, is just going to be amazing. I'm thinking it might be quite nice to have a pussy bow blouse neckline with that, but let's see if I've got enough fabric. So yeah, I found that on Sunday, and I got this bark cloth curtain panel, which is a delight. So I always love these for either covering lampshades, making cushions out of. Used to make bags, which I used to sell. That was one of my businesses. Just don't do it now because you don't make much money on them. But I'm also thinking I might make myself a lovely peg bag, because my friend had made herself the most delightful one on Sunday. I know mine won't be nearly as good, but I had one years ago, and I'm thinking this will make a lovely, delightful peg bag. So I think I made the microphone just boing. Yeah, so what else did I get? I got buttons and trims, and we got some beautiful coffee cups and glasses, of which I've christened one of the glasses. I got in from teaching last night, and I never eat till I get in, so it's like 9:30 at night, because I don't want to have a full tummy when I'm working. And I walked in, and my love had lit the table, you know, lit the candles on the table. He'd made me a gin and tonic, one of our new glasses, and he was serving up my lovely meal, bless him. So that was a lovely welcome home. So yeah, already christened one of the new glasses. One of the other lovely finds on Sunday, this book, I mean, they're probably about £25–30. A lady was selling all sorts of vintage fashion books for £3 a book, and I've wanted this one for ages. 40s fashion, from siren suits to the new look, and it's just incredible. It goes through all of the countries: Australia, Canada, America, Japan, Germany, you know, and the UK, where normally you just see books about Britain, you know, with the make do and mend, the utility scheme, you know, and a bit of American fashion. But this goes through all of it, and it's written very well as well, gives you very good background history, as well as the amazing clothes and advertisements. This is one that's really in my head, wanting to emulate that. Shall I show you that for a little bit longer? There's so much that inspires. I wonder if I can find this pattern quickly, because it's a neckline that I really want to copy. Oh, just see these shoes and this bag. These American shoes and bag. Where did they say they're from? They're made in Honduras. For, you know, the fashion, the American tourists. Please find this picture quickly, because I really want to show it to you, and I bet I won't find it now, will I? Here it is. So this is, it's got jive dancers on it and musical notes, but that neckline, that is just so adorable. It's sexy with being fairly demure as well. Oh, so I'm majorly excited about that. So moving on to today, I've showed you the Fabulous Woman magazine that I've got, which I'm going to show you more closely. So then I go into the vintage charity shop with Millie, where she found Vogue, and I found this sheet, which is 70s. It's just so delightful. I love blue. Blue really makes me happy, so that's going to make a lovely frock. Needs a wash. It's not stinky, but I'd like to wash out the smell in it to make it smell like mine. So yeah, absolutely thrilled with that. Then I found this fabric. This is a new fabric, but I think it's 1.5 meters of this, so yeah, there's enough for a blouse. Isn't that just lovely? The pinks are just so glorious. You're just looking at those together. And I've had some buttons out earlier to put by some fabric I've got, and just look how those buttons, the colours, can you see those? Just pop beautifully with that. So that's already getting me thinking. And finally I found 5 meters of this Sanderson curtain fabric, which was probably about £30–45 a metre. It's just most incredible. 5 meters of this for cheap as chips, literally cheap as chips. The man on the counter was just saying what a steal it was. So can you see that? So I'm not sure. I'm either going to make some actual curtains with it, because I got an amazing big sheet yesterday to do toiles, but I think that would make good curtain lining because it was such a lovely fabric. So either that, or I'm going to make some sort of wintry, well, not winter coat, no, it won't be warm enough, but you know, some autumnal coat. Curtains or a coat, I'm not sure, but either way, an absolute find. So yeah, I'm super, I'm not talking properly today, Mike Simon, super excited. So yeah, I need to be showing you in another video how I'm getting on with drafting patterns. I've been doing less sewing because I'm really enjoying the whole drafting process. That's getting me really excited. Not quite cracked it yet, but really enjoying it. I've been buying lots of goodies, haven't I, from vintage fairs, so I've got things to get on with. Oh, and I didn't show you this. This is underneath. This is like a Bible. I had to cycle back with this in it. It's quite heavy. The Singer Sewing Book. And just look at the beautiful back cover. So 70s. Oh, I love the colour wheel they've got in here. But it's just absolutely amazing. I'm a sucker again for these sewing books, because they always give you more and more information that you haven't got in one of your other books. And yeah, that's rather similar to the bodice on the dress I'm wearing right now, isn't it? Oh, I bloody love sewing and recreating vintage looks and fabric, and you might have guessed that by now. I hope you do too. I think that's probably why you're here, isn't it? So other videos in the future, I will show you how my sewing is coming along with the drafting. Maybe have a sew along, and I'll show you what I've been making of late. But yeah, this is just a catch up. I'm seeing some things over there that I forgot to show you as well, some of the other fabrics, but what the heck. Anyway, I'm having a lovely time. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit of sewing in because I don't work today. Wednesdays is my fun day in the middle of the week. Tomorrow's work. So working the day and the evening. Yeah, and then I've got some one-to-one lessons coming up and all sorts of things. So yeah, that's me for now. So if you really like what I'm doing, please subscribe. I've got some lovely subscribers. I can't believe that I'm nearly at the 500 mark. It's just like, my goodness. You know, you start doing this just to see, and people are following me along. So thank you so much. It's so appreciated. And obviously I'm giving back to you in what I hope is interesting and enjoyable. So if you don't already subscribe, please hit the button. My little face will come up at the end, and that'll press subscribe and like and chat. Yeah, it's always lovely to have you here. So until next week, I shall see you